Hello, everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga class today. So we're going to do a class that is very specific to our feet and our ankles. And by working through our feet and our ankles, the goal of the class is really twofold. One, to improve the flexibility of the back half of your body. So believe it or not, working your feet actually improves the length of your hamstrings because it generally relaxes all of the fascial tissue of the back of your body. So you could even get back pain relief from working your feet. The second goal of today's class is obviously to challenge your balance and improve it. So I say that to begin the class because we are going to be doing, once we've worked our feet, once we've lengthened and stretched out our calves a little bit, once we've woken up our muscles, we're going to be challenging our body doing balance exercises. Now, there's a misperception in the balance world. If you do a balance exercise and you keep your balance, that's great. But to work on your balance, the challenge is to lose your balance. Now, that means obviously not losing it to the point of failure and falling. That's bad. But when we're working on our balance exercises today, what I really want you to focus on is what I'm telling you to focus on, but don't give up when you lose your balance. Jump right back on that horse and work on the balance exercise again, because that's what actually improves your balance, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I have a very scary statistic to tell you that can potentially be a little bit depressing. There is a new study that came out in the British Journal of Medicine. The study came out this month in June of 2022. They did a research study on 2,800 men and women over the age of 60. And in this study, they determined a direct correlation between balance and mortality. Specifically, they have shown in this research that if an individual cannot sustain their balance for 10 seconds, they have an increase of mortality in the next 10 years. Now, I don't know how much money I want to put on that statistic, but 2,800 people is a lot of individuals to do research on. So I want you to think about that as you're challenging yourself with your balance today and understand this is exactly where you need to be on a Thursday morning. Okay, now that I've said that, let's get started with a quick little assessment tool of 1, your flexibility, and 2, your balance. And then we'll kind of take a look at that at the end of class. So first things first, what I want you to do is just generally stand. Don't be too particular about how you stand. Generally stand. Allow yourself to have your chair or a wall or something near you if when you bend, you feel like you lose your balance. But I want you to bend your head forward. I want you to curl your rib cage forward. I want you to bend your low back, bend your hips, keep your knees slightly bent, and see how close you can get your hands towards the floor. Now, the reason that I want you to do that, once you've done that, maybe your fingertips get to the floor, maybe your palms get to the floor, heck, maybe your fingertips get to your mid-thigh. I don't know where you are today, but you're going to use that as a pre-test to all of the things that we do today. And then slowly bring yourself back up. The goal is not to meet a normal. When we look at norms of flexibility of our back, our hamstrings, our gluteals, and our calves, it is that you should be able to touch the floor, but I want you just to improve you today. So wherever you started at the end of class, before we lay down, we're going to post-test that and see if you have, in fact, goal number 1, improved your flexibility. The second thing that I want you to do, and we are not going to post-test this, but we are going to affirm that each and every one of us really should be doing this class on the regular. And we're going to see what our single leg balance looks like. So without working on your alignment, without working on your feet, your flexibility, your strength, what I want you to do is stand so that your left hand is touching on or near the chair. So if you turn around and you're not facing me, don't worry about that. Just listen to me. Once you've got yourself in that position, the only thing that I want you to do is to touch a finger to the chair. Once you touch a finger to the chair, I want you to lift your left leg in the air. Now, allow yourself to let the finger go from the chair. Can you count to 10? That is the certain number that we now know in the most recent research. If you can count to 10 and not lose your balance, you have got a much better chance of aging very healthy. All right, so I've already gotten to 10 in my head. I'm going to bring my leg down. You go until you count to 10. Then what I want you to do, and you can just turn yourself around if you want, but turn yourself so that the right fingertips are touching the top of the chair. Once you've got yourself there, take your right leg and pick it up. With your right leg picked up, fingertips still touching the chair, let go of the chair, start your count to 10. Can you hold a count of 10? It's okay if you weeble and you wobble. It's not okay if you fall down. So if you have to touch your foot or catch your hand, that's where you want to know where you are today. If you can make 10 seconds, you're good. If you can't make 10 seconds, we have some work to do, which is what this entire class is about today. All right, so now that we've kind of pre-tested our flexibility and we've pre-tested where our balance is, let's get to work. So the first thing we're going to work on today is definitely not very yoga-ish. It's definitely very physical therapy-ish. But a lot of individuals, the reason they don't have balance is because their feet are too tense, they're too tight, they're too weak, or their shin muscle. The shin muscle is the main muscle that corrects your balance. It is too weak. So we are going to start our class focusing on loosening up through our feet and strengthening through the front of our shin bone. So let's begin with our right foot. And I want you to take your ball or your water bottle or your foot log or whatever it is that you're using at home and place it right on your heel. Now, once you have it right on your heel, you're on bone. It does you no good to keep the ball or whatever you're using directly on the heel. What I now want you to do is just slightly roll your heel backward until you feel that the ball is now on tissue. You've got 4 layers of tissue where that ball is right now. The one closest to the ball is your plantar fascia. Those of you that have had heel pain, you know what the plantar fascia is. Then you have 3 layers of muscle. We want to get to a muscle that's called your quadratus plantaris. It is the key muscle that is tense and tight and causes foot pain and loss of balance. So once you have that heel off the back of the ball or foot log or water bottle, I want you to take your knee and move your knee slightly over your foot and line your knee up with your second toe. So line your knee up with your second toe. Once you have yourself in that position, I want you to put some serious weight on that ball, log, water ball, whatever you're using. Now hold it there. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Shift the weight off of the foot. Gently take the knee and bring it back from being over the toe. Now, you need to take that ball and you need to roll that ball or whatever you're using to underneath the ball of your big toe. We want to specifically get to a muscle that tends to be underutilized. That is a balance muscle. It is called your flexor hallucis longus. FHL for short. So once you have that ball underneath the ball of your big toe, I want you to roll your foot forward until you feel that tender spot in the inside of the arch of your foot. You are then on that tendon. Once you are on that tendon, line your knee up with your second toe, take your big toe and curl it under. You'll feel it contract where the ball is. Then gently place a little bit of weight of your body straight on top of the ball. Everybody looks fantastic. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Release the curl of the big toe, weight off of the leg, and just kind of use the ball and just roll it up and down for a second just to increase the blood flow to the bottom of your foot. Now we've got one more position we need to do on our right foot before we go to our left foot. So now I want you to take the ball back to that soft spot on your heel. Now we're going to roll the ball towards the outside of your foot. When you roll that ball from your heel to the outside of your foot, you feel this bump. That bump that you feel, I want you to hold the pressure on the ball on that bump. Once you have it there, relax your toes, bend your knee slightly over your second toe. Do not put your entire body weight on that, but put some weight down until you feel a little bit of tenderness. Take a deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. You've got it. All right, we are done with the right foot. So what we have essentially done is we have relaxed the tightest muscle in the bottom of our foot, quadratus plantaris, which is something that causes a lot of plantar fasciitis. But more importantly, when it's tight, it limits your balance. The second thing we did is we worked on relaxing that tendon that goes to our big toe that talks to our brain that tells us that we're upright. So now let's do those two things on our left foot. So with the ball to the back of your heel, place the ball directly on your heel bone. Once you have it there, roll the ball forward, the heel backward, until you feel like you're hitting soft tissue. Now, guys, you can immediately compare here. Is this side more tender, less tender? It tells you what side you put more weight on. It also tells you what amount of inflammation you have in your feet if both are really tender. Now, allow yourself to bend your knee, line it up with your second toe, then weight shift your body down and onto that ball. Really stretch out that quadratus plantaris. It needs it. You are not going to break anything. It is a big, gigantic bone in your foot and a big muscle. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful job. Now, take the ball and place the ball underneath the ball of the big toe. Now, if you've had a bunionectomy or you've got a fusion or whatever, it does not stop you from doing this. You still have the same tendons. You just don't have the mobility in the joint. Once you have the ball underneath the ball of the big toe, roll the foot slightly forward until you feel tenderness. That is your flexor hallucis longus tendon. Keep the ball on that. Now take that big toe and curl it under. Bend your knee, line it up with your second toe, place some weight onto that ball. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. and exhaling out. Wonderful job, guys. One more point on this left foot. So go back to taking the ball to the back of the heel bone. Now you're going to be working the outside of your left foot. Allow yourself to roll the ball on the outside of the left foot. As you roll the ball towards the toes, you will feel this speed bump. There's a bump underneath your foot. You want to be on that bump. That is where that quadratus plantaris muscle attaches on your fourth and fifth metatarsal heads. So hold that ball right there. Line your knee up with your second toe, not all your body weight, but enough that it feels tender. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Last time here, nice deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Then slowly take the foot off the ball. You are done with the ball, so kick it, roll it away. We are done with it. Now, if we were to retest the flexibility of our hamstrings, calves, and gluteal muscles and back muscles right now, I guarantee it's already better. That's the whole philosophy of doing reflexology to your feet. Regardless of that, there are also a lot of acupuncture points on your feet that attach to energy lines of your body, that what we just did could completely change your digestion, your heart rate, your anxiety. So there's lots of reason to apply pressure to the bottom of your feet. But let's do a couple of stretches before we retest our flexibility. All right, get yourself next to your chair. Have it so that your hands are touching your chair. Your feet are about hip distance, approximately a foot or so away from your chair. Once you've got yourself there, gently place a little bit of weight onto your hands. Right leg, inhale, lift the leg up. As you exhale, step the leg back nice and far. Now, as you step the leg back, take a look at the right heel and turn it out so that the whole outside of the right foot lines up with the outside of your mat. Left knee, bend it so that the left knee lines up with the left ankle. All right, you're holding onto your chair here, so our balance is not too compromised. I want you to take your tailbone and gently tuck it under. Take your right knee, straighten it as much as you can. Now, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, push that heel back as much as you can. If you push the heel back and your knee bends, your tailbone untucks, or you feel yourself overarching through your back, ease up a little bit. You've gone past the flexibility of your calf muscles. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze at your chair between your two hands. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. One more breath, guys. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Wonderful. Take an inhale, lift that right heel up. As you exhale, step your right foot forward. Okay, let's repeat that on the left side. So left leg, inhale it up in the air. As you exhale, step the left leg back. Now, as you step the left leg back, take a look at the heel, take a look at the outside of the foot, line it up with the outside of your yoga mat. Now, go to your right knee, stack the right knee up with the ankle. Okay, tailbone, tuck it under. Left knee, straighten it. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, push that heel down as far as you can get it. Hold yourself right there. Make sure you're not overarching your back, straightening your knee, losing your tailbone tuck. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze at that chair between your thumbs. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then, as you inhale, lift the left heel. As you exhale, step the left heel forward. All right, we are in a yoga class. I suppose we should do a yoga pose, right? So place your hands on the chair, walk your feet back, find yourself in a modification of downward dog. Now, here's the deal, guys. When you're doing a standing assisted downward dog or modification of downward dog, the goal is to step yourself as far away of your chair as you can. Your knees stay bent. It's not about sciatic nerve tension. It's about creating length through your spine, getting your hips back as far as you can away from the chair. Once you have yourself there, take a little bit of an inhale, straighten your knees just a tiny, tiny bit. No tension in the back of the knees. When you exhale, take that tailbone and lift it up towards the ceiling. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze halfway between your feet and your chair. Take a deep, slow inhale into your belly. Lift that tailbone. Exhaling out. Deep, slow inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. All right, as you inhale, shift your weight forward onto the chair. As you exhale, just step yourself forward a little tiny bit and then stand on up. Okay, so we have released tension through the bottom of our feet. We have created length through our calf muscles, our hamstrings, and our glutes. Simply right now, have we achieved the first goal of today's therapeutic yoga class? Stand, start with your head, curl your head under, curl your rib cage under, curl your low back under, hinge at your hips, keep your knees bent. Can you get closer to the floor? Once you've evaluated yourself, I hope you at home have improved flexibility like I do. Then push into your feet, uncurl yourself all the way back up, and let's get working on our balance. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to find yourself midpoint on your yoga mat. Once you have yourself midpoint on your yoga mat, I want you to take your big toes and touch your big toes together, but check in that the outside of your feet still run parallel to the top and the bottom of your yoga mat. So you may feel like your legs are really turned inward right now. That is okay, but get that alignment through the outside of the feet. It will allow you to fire the muscles that we're going to focus on firing now. Have your hand holding onto the chair, doesn't matter what side the chair is on. Now, in this position, allow yourself to soften your knees, settle your tailbone. Take a quick look at your feet, make sure your rib cage is on top of your pelvis. Then lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Shrug your shoulders up, rotate your arms and your shoulder blades behind you, relax your shoulder blades down. Hand onto the chair if you need it, fingertip onto the chair if you need it. Close your eyes. Now, as you close your eyes, we're going to become nice and intimate with the foot muscles that are responsible for balance here. So I just wanted you to take your eyes out of the equation. In this position, what I want you to do is picture where you had that ball underneath the ball of your big toe. Now, can you push down into that area? As you push down into that area, I hope for you at home, you feel your inner thigh muscles beginning to fire up. That is a big component to your balance. As you're pushing down into that area, now I want you to take your big toe and imagine that you're flattening your big toe down into the mat. As you flatten your big toes down into the mat, you should actually feel your hip rotators and your glutes engaged. If you do not feel them start to fire up, you're curling your toe, not pushing the toe flat down into the floor. So stop curling the big toe and push it down flat. Now, finally, allow yourself to settle your tailbone a little bit closer towards the floor and start to brace through your abdominals. As you do that, you have made a strong pillar of balance. Hold yourself there. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then gently open your eyes. Release the contraction of abdominals, gluteals, and the toes from the floor. All right, now let's wake up those muscles in the front of our shin bone. So you can do this exercise sideways in your yoga mat like I am. If you know that your balance is a little bit more challenged, Also, you could not hold it for that count of 10 at the beginning of class. Go ahead and perform this exercise with 2 hands onto the chair, because what we're going to be working on doing is lifting our feet off of the floor without shifting our hips back. So place yourself where you feel you need to be. Find that beautiful Tadasana pose. Feet are now hip distance apart. In this position, don't lift your toes. Think about the balls of your toes. Take an inhale, and can you lift the balls of your toes off the floor? You should feel your quadriceps or your thighs engage. Exhale, relax it down. Inhale, lift the balls of the toes. Don't lift the toes all by themselves. Exhale, lower it down. Let's do 3 more times. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift the balls of the toes. Feel all the weight go to the heels. Exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. You've got it. Wonderful, guys. Now, right foot, place it right to the front edge or side edge of your yoga mat. Left foot, place the left foot all the way back so that the heel is touching the other edge of your yoga mat. Line your feet up as comfortable as you feel like you can. There will be a space between your feet, all dependent on the size of your foot. But see if you can find what is called a tandem Romberg position. Both feet are now lined up, one from the other. Shift your body weight a little bit forward until you feel weight into the ball of the right big toe. Once you have yourself there, let's go through all of those balance cues. Ball of big toes, push them down into the floor. Feel your inner thighs engage. Big toes, push them flat down into the floor. Glutes engage. Harden and brace through your abdominals. Hold if you want. Have your arms not holding. You pick what you want to do. In this position, I sure do hope your feet are shaking like there's nobody's business happening right now. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Now, keep bracing through the abdominals, pushing down through the big toe, pushing down through the balls of both toes. Gently touch your left fingers or right fingers to the chair. 2 more breaths with your eyes closed if you can do it. So close those eyes, feel those feet and legs shaking. Give me a deep inhale and an exhale. Slow, deep inhale, push the foot down and exhale and relax, open your eyes, step your left foot forward. So I hope you felt burning in every part of your legs as you did that. If you did, you worked on improving your balance. If you lost your balance, you worked on improving your balance. All right, left foot is now forward, right foot is backward. If you want to, you can move the chair to the opposite side or just turn yourself around on your yoga mat. Whatever you're doing, place the toes to touch the one edge of the mat in front of you, left foot, heel to touch the edge of the mat behind you, right foot. Perfect tandem Romberg. So one foot is directly in front of the other. Then in this position, get all of your balance cues working. Find the ball of your big toe. Push it down on both of them. Feel that whole inner thigh and pelvic floor engage. Big toe, push it flat down onto the floor. Feel your glutes engage. Core, brace and harden through your abdominals. All right, here we go. Hold the chair. Don't hold the chair. Go to your balance challenge. Take a deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Deep inhale in. Push into the ball of that left toe the most, guys. Exhaling out. All right, let's keep challenging ourselves. Touch the chair if you need to. We're taking our vision out of the equation. Close your eyes. Deep inhale in, push down into the balls of the toes, push down into the big toes, brace through the abdominals, exhale out. One more breath, deep inhale in and exhaling out. Open your eyes, relax your legs, step your feet side by side. All right, I think your legs should already be burning. I'm hoping they are. Let's get a little bit of work through our outer hip abductors here and challenge our balance all at the same time. So left foot, have it approximately a foot or so away from your chair. We're going to be working on tree pose first, the hip rotators, and then we're going to work on star pose second, the hip abductors. So in this position, option one, take your right heel and place the right heel onto the left foot. Option two, place the arch of the right foot into the arch of the left calf. Option three, place the arch of the right foot into the arch of the left inner thigh. Pick wherever you want to be. It doesn't make a difference other than if you cannot hold it long enough to breathe. Once you've figured out where you're going to be, let's fire up our balance. Go to the ball of your big toe on your left foot. Push it down. You should feel yourself get taller when you do that. Take your left big toe, push it down into the floor. Brace and harden through your abdominals. All right, you're ready for your tree pose. Take your arms wherever you feel comfortable. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. One more breath, guys. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Fabulous. Rest your hands down. Relax your right foot down. You can, if you want to, move your chair or turn yourself to do your right tree, whatever feels comfortable for your balance. Have your right foot so that if you've moved your chair, it's about a foot away so you're not too close to the chair to lean on it. Then once you're there, left heel, option one, to the center of the arch of the right foot. Arch of the left foot to the arch of the right calf. Arch of the left foot to the arch of the inner thigh. You pick where you want to be. Once you've figured out where you want to be, let's fire up our balance challenge. Start with the ball of your big toe. Push it down into the floor. Go to your big toe. Push it down into the floor. Brace through your abdominals. Place your hands wherever you want them. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Relax the arms, relax the left foot. Moving on to our next balance challenge. Star pose. Now, star pose for an aging adult is one of the best balance exercises to do. The reason it's such an exceptional balance exercise to do is we lose the strength in our outer hips. This pose challenges the strength in your outer hips and your balance all in one single exercise. So let's give it a try. Have your hand resting on the chair. Once you've got yourself there, begin with taking your right foot and just bringing the right foot out to the side of you. Now, get everything happening with your left foot before you go any further. Left ball of your big toe, push it down. Feel yourself get taller. Big toe, push it down. Feel your glutes engage. Brace through your abdominals. Now that you have all of that, take your right leg, lift it up and out to the side. Once your leg is up and out to the side, allow yourself to shift up and over your left leg. As you do that, your left glutes, guys, they should be shaking. Perfect star pose, which I'm not saying you have to do the perfect one. You should try to be able to get your right shoulder to line up over your left leg. Now push into the ball of that left foot. Brace through the abdominals. You may just stay here and strengthen through your hips. Really want to challenge yourself. I see a couple of you doing it. Get those arms up and breathe. Deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Deep inhale in. And exhaling, lower the arms, lower the legs. My hips are going to hate me tomorrow because I already did hip work yesterday. Okay, let's switch to the opposite side. So I would move your chair for this one because it is important to make sure you can fall into the chair if you do actually, in fact, lose your base of support. So then once you've got yourself there, take your left foot and point the left foot out to the side. Now get your right leg turned on. What does that look like? Push into the ball of the big toe. As you do that, everything fires up through the entire inside of your leg. Big toe, push the big toe down. You'll feel the glutes engage. Brace through the abdominals. All right, once we have all of the right leg turned on, left leg, get it out there. Find those glute medius muscles. Then shift yourself up and over the right leg. Don't let go of that right big toe, guys. Finally, if you want to stay here, stay here. You want to really challenge your balance, get those arms up into that T position for full star pose. Okay, let's breathe. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. And deep inhaling in. And then as you exhale, dropping the arms, dropping the leg. Wonderful job. Okay, we've got one more balance challenge before we start to get down to the yoga mat. And the balance challenge that we're going to do is a variation of warrior 3. So at this point, we have strengthened our hip rotators and worked our balance, strengthened our outer hips and worked our balance. So it just makes sense that the next thing that we will do is strengthen our whole gluteals and work our balance. So what I want you to do is face your chair wherever you have it. Once you face your chair wherever you have it, I'd like you, unless your chair is too tall, guys. So if your chair is too tall, you're going to have to keep your hands here. But if you can, I would like you to bring your hands up and over the chair. So you are, in fact, in a modification of tabletop position. Now, how bent or how straight are your knees? Completely dependent on how tight your hamstrings are. Once you have yourself in this position, take your right tippy toes and slide them out. Now, please turn on your left leg. So push down into the ball of the left big toe, push the left big toe down, brace through your abdominals. All right, here we go. Right leg, lift the leg up until you feel like if you lift any more, you can no longer keep your abdominals turned on. This may be where you stay for your warrior 3. Want to make it harder? How about you lift your left arm up? Want to make it really hard? How about you lift your right arm up? It's really hard for me to do that too. Holding yourself there, deep inhale in, exhaling out, and inhaling in. And then as you exhale, relax your arms, relax your legs. I am sweating. All right, let's do the opposite side. So stay right where you are. You don't need to turn. I just want to have my left leg facing you. Have your feet about a foot away from the chair. Then go into your modification of tabletop. Place those arms up and over. Once you have those arms up and over in your modification of tabletop, left leg, tippy toes are back. Now turn on that right leg, guys. Go to the ball of your big toe, push down, feel everything get taller through your leg. Big toe, push it down, feel your glutes engage. Brace through your abdominals. Left leg, lift it up and strengthen those glutes. Okay, maybe you stay right here. Want to challenge yourself more? Maybe you lift your right arm. Maybe you lift your left arm. Maybe you lift both arms. Push down into that right leg. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. Deep inhaling in. And as you exhale, lower an arm or arms, lower your leg. Up you go. Okay, let's get rid of that chair. Once you get rid of your chair, find yourself with your feet close to one edge of your mat. With your feet close to one edge of your mat, have your feet hip distance. Take a nice deep inhale, lift your arms up overhead. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend at your knees, lower your hands down to the floor. Once your hands are down to the floor, drop yourself down onto your knees. As you drop yourself down onto your knees, line your feet up behind your knees, line your hips up on top of your knees, line your wrists underneath your shoulders, index fingers forward, thumbs spread them on inward. Okay, let's go through 3 cat-cows here. So take an inhale, sink your belly, lift your tailbone, squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen your neck, gaze upward. As you exhale, pull that abdomen in, tuck that tailbone under, spread the shoulder blades, get that chin to your chest. Inhaling, sinking the belly, lifting the tailbone, squeezing the shoulder blades, lengthening the neck and looking up. And exhaling, abdomen in, tuck the tailbone under, spread the shoulder blades, chin to chest, gaze into your belly button. Now, push yourself back. Really open through that back. Boy, does it feel good after all of the balance work that we did. Settle the heels and the sit bones towards one another, chest down onto the knees, gently soften the elbows, crown of the head down onto the floor. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Then gently bring yourself up onto your hands and knees. Allow yourself to lay down through your left or your right side. Once you've laid down through your left or your right side, roll yourself over onto your back. Now, I don't know how much each of you does of sitting every day, but with all of that balance work, if we do not stretch out our hip rotators, you may really hate me tomorrow. So let's just do a quick little hip rotator stretch, and then we will end class. So take your right knee to your chest, take your left leg, lower it down on the mat. Once you have yourself there, take the right knee to the center of your chest. If you're already feeling a pull in your right hip, give yourself a big pat on the back right now because you got some good muscles activated today. Then hold the right knee with the right hand. Take the left hand, slide down and grab that right ankle. Now keep the right pelvis engaged on the mat. Look at your knee, have it about 90 degrees. Take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, pull the knee towards the chest, take that ankle and pull it up towards the left shoulder. Feel all of those hip rotators getting a nice, beautiful stretch right now. Deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Then gently releasing the left hand from the right ankle, letting that left foot come down onto the right foot come down onto the left thigh. Left hand, grab that knee, right hand out to the side of your body. Take a deep inhale into your belly here. And then as you exhale, pull that right knee to the left. Feel your pelvis lift, your low back, your rib cage. Right shoulder blade stays engaged on the yoga mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and gaze at your right hand. Take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Then gently unrotating the head. Start to derotate that spine, rib cage, low back, pelvis. Finally, unrotate the hip. Place the right foot on the floor, slide the left leg up, bring the left knee to your chest, and slide the right leg down your mat. Then start to pull the left knee to the center of your chest. Once you have it there, hold the left knee with the left hand. Take that right hand, slide it down towards that left ankle. Holding that position, take a quick look in that your knee is approximately 90 degrees bent. Pull that left pelvis down onto the yoga mat. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, pull the knee to the chest. Pull that left ankle up towards the right shoulder. Holy cow, Batman. Take a deep inhale into your belly and exhaling out. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. And gently releasing the right hand from the left ankle, unrotating that hip, placing the left foot onto the right thigh, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand out to the side of the body. Take a deep inhale here, and then on your exhale, pull the knee to the right. Allow yourself to feel that spinal twist, pelvis, low back, rib cage, left shoulder blade engaged on the yoga mat. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Turn your gaze towards your left hand. And take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. And then unrotate your head. Start at that left shoulder blade, derotate that spine, rib cage, low back, pelvis, and then unrotate the hip. Place the left foot on the floor, slide the right leg up. Bring your right and your left knees to your chest. Give yourself a nice good hug. Take a deep inhale into your belly, and as you exhale, pull your knees nice and snug into your chest. All right, we've done so much to create length through the back of our body. Let's do a nice, good nervous system stretch here. So who should not do this? Anybody who's had a recent kyphoplasty, bad idea. Outside of that, everyone give it a try. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin into your throat, gaze at your knees. Now in this position, work on trying to lift your chin towards your chest. Once you've lifted your chin towards your chest, use your biceps, use your arm, and curl your rib cage up. How close can you get your forehead to your knees? Take a deep inhale here. Exhaling. Nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, use your arms to lower your rib cage first, chin to chest, then unrotate that head. Rest the head on the floor, lengthen the back of the neck, settle the chin, lower the feet to the floor, slide the heels down to the corners of your mat, roll your shoulders underneath you, rest your arms out to the side of the mat, lengthen through that neck again, settle that chin, rest that tongue to the roof of the mouth, and then gently close your eyes. Man, have we done some good work today. So here's what I want you to do for the last seconds of class. I really want you to think about in your head, visualize yourself standing on your right leg. Visualize yourself pushing down into the ball of that big toe and feeling all those leg muscles contract. Visualize yourself pushing into that right big toe, feeling every bit of glute and hip rotator firing. Visualize yourself contracting those strong abdominals you have. Visualize yourself lifting that left leg up. And then you hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently place the left foot on the floor. All right, let's picture on the other side. Picture yourself standing on that left leg, right knee is up and forward. Visualize pushing into that left big toe. Visualize pushing that big toe downwards into the floor. Visualize contracting those abdominals and making yourself strong. And then you hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds each leg. Greater than 10 years of life. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. And start to wiggle those fingers and wiggle those toes. Circles with those wrists and those ankles. And then when you feel like you're ready, gently slide one leg up, followed by the other. Gently bend those elbows and let yourself roll to your left or your right side. Rest there for just a moment. A few breaths, just normal breaths, no deep inhales, exhales. But when you feel like you're ready, on an exhalation, allow yourself with your bottom elbow and your top hand to push yourself up into a seated position. Once you're there, gently find yourself in easy pose. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. Place a beautiful smile on your face. Take a deep inhale in and exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining.